People couldn't sleep. Hell no.
What's up, guys?
What's up, sir?
What's going on?
Filming a little documentary.
Okay, just want to make sure we're square because I got some neighbors that I don't like. So seeing that stuff go on makes me a little worried.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not saying you guys are part of that, but
Okay.
so as long as you guys are square.
I'm from LA, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
from
doing
LA.
a video out here.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, no, have a good time.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Damn.
that boy came on with the heat.
Damn.
I thought that fool was a fucking car, like gang.
I thought he was uncovered though.
Yeah, I thought he was
Maybe
gang.
like that, just walking around sometimes.
Nah, but he looked like a tweaker with a pole though.
Nah, but you could tell we got this shit like to the side and everything, you know?
Oh, he has it out. You can tell for sure.
So these states right here, you could have your pole right there to the side.
Low key, you don't really see it too much, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with the white people.
But you can though,
When
like
you're 18, you could legally own a AR.
yeah, you can own an AR,
around with it and
an
everything.
AR and a shotgun, but.
Today I'm gonna show you some celebrities you probably didn't know was from LA gangs. You ready? Let's get right into it. Rapper Tech 9 is a 50th Street road dog villain blood out there in Kansas City. But did you know that them bloods came from the 37th Street Fruit Town Brims over here in LA? Yeah, it's like that. Number 2 on the list, we got Bambi from Love and Hip Hop. A lot of y'all probably didn't know, but that's a Compton Criplet right there for sure. If you wanna go look back at Nipsey Hussle's first video, she was in there for sure. You missed it, huh? I got you. The next person we got is Dookie from Boys in the Hood. You know him. He was the one that had the pacifier in his mouth. That's a rolling 90s Crip right there. Shout out to the neighborhoods. Next on the list, you got rapper Black Youngster. That's a 9 Trey Bebop Watts Bloods right there, all the way from Watts. You know the deal. Next, you got actor Anthony Anderson. He grew up in the Elm Street Piru neighborhood. I'm not gonna say he banging, but if you hang with him, you bang with him. You know the rules. No passes. Next, you got Tina Marie. She an old singer from back in the day. She was with, what's his name? With Rick James. You know who I'm talking about. That's a Venice Shoreline Crip right there too. Shout out to the Criplets over there. Next on the list, we got Tupac. Yeah, I know Tupac came from Baltimore, then New York, then came out here. But when you come out to LA or when you come out to Cali, period, you got to link with a gang. And he linked it with Mob Piru over there in Compton. Shout out to Suge Knight. He made that possible. Next on the list, we got Big Meech over there in Detroit. He's actually from West Boulevard Crips. If you look at his pictures right there, what do you see on his arm? Yeah, that's the West Boulevard Crips on. Shout out to Big Meech. Big Meech is home. Even Robert Richards, some of y'all know who that is. Did you know he's a West LA Crip? Yeah, I didn't know either. Next, we got the rapper Chingy. Chingy and his family actually come from Harvard Park Brims. Shout out to the Brims. And if you know Chingy, then you know Nelly. Nelly, neighborhood rolling 60s Crip. D.L. Hughley, actor and comedian. Did you know that he's a 135 Piru? Yeah, you didn't know that, huh? Shout out to the Pirus. Next on the list, actor Terrence Howard. DJ from Hustle and Flow. Say, Mike, hey, Mike. He grew up with the Mansfield Gangster Crips. Shout out to the Mansfield Gangster Crips in L.A. Now, if you ever seen the movie Rebound with Martin Lawrence, you remember that girl right there? Yeah, she was actually Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods. Yeah, shout out to her. She got caught up, too. Next, we got Brandy and Ray J. They grew up in the Centerview Piru neighborhood in Carson. Ray J's actually official, so shout out to the Barson Pirus. Next on the list got Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's father is actually the founder of the Lincoln Park Bloods in San Diego. Shout out to Dago. And last on the list, you got Chris Brown and Soulja Boy, Fruittown Pirus.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and he was half right. I did a video about this jackass when he was talking about hats and what they mean in LA and what gangs they represent, while he over here snitching, giving away the code. Now, I'm not an advocate for crime, but I am an advocate to mind your business. If you're not in them streets, and just because you got a face tattoo and a bandana on your head don't mean you connected. You look like and sound like a jackass. Now, there were a few people that was official tissue. He said Tech 9, but Tech 9 got called out by Thin C, was saying he was a fake St. Louis gang member. Most niggas from LA don't consider anybody not from the turf as gang members, official gang members anyway. So then there's that. But there were some people on there, and I gotta like debunk what he was saying because he titled the video at the top celebrities you didn't know were gang members. There were certain people on the list, they just wasn't affiliated. They wasn't gang banging, they wasn't gang members, it wasn't nothing. They was just regular people that lived in an area. And one time, and just because you live in an area don't mean you like part of the team. Like, he sounds like a jackass. That's almost like people talk about they got put on because they lived in a neighborhood or they dad bang. No, that mean your dad bang and you just lived in a neighborhood. You still was a regular schmegler. But let me go through the list of disproving this nigga. He said Tupac wasn't gang related in the very least. He wasn't a gang member. He wasn't affiliated. He wouldn't put on any set. Neither Crips or Bloods. My bad. Pyrus. Pyrus aren't Bloods. That's another thing. People like to say that. The Pyrus and Bloods are two different things. While they both wear red and the Pyrus say, "What up, Blood?" They're actually not technically Bloods. But yeah, he's wrong on that. He just was an artist under Suge Knight, and even Suge Knight wasn't a Blood or a Pyru. He literally played professional football and went to college. He grew up in the neighborhood of Compton. That didn't make him a gang member. Then we got Tina Marie. I'm not even going to address this other than to say that she was with Rick James, which is from Buffalo, New York, that moved out to LA. And I think if she was with Rick James in LA, they was in Hollywood, bro. Rick James wasn't in no way, shape, form, or fashion affiliated. And to bring his artists around gang members in the 80s, I highly doubt. So he sounds stupid. Anthony Anderson was not a gang member at all. He grew up in the neighborhood. Once again, just because you grow up in the neighborhood don't make you official banging. Then you got Big Meech. Now Big Meech is from Detroit, so I don't know how he even would have got caught up in like West Boulevard. Maybe he did live in LA. Him and Terry did go to LA before Terry went to Texas, and he ventured back out to Atlanta. But that could be new news to me. Last time I checked, he wasn't a gang member. He was a drug dealer, even a drug lord. That's about it. Now maybe he knew niggas that was gang members and they banged, but I don't think that has any bearing effect on Meech, as he wasn't a gang member. Then we got Chingy. I've never taken this nigga serious in the least bit. I don't care. Once again, you went from LA, and I'm just like LA niggas. I don't care if you like you grew up in the neighborhood of, if you ain't from LA, I don't take your banging serious. And I never took Nelly serious between Jackpot, song he got with Jason Weaver and the Holiday Inn. This nigga, he never convinced me of being a street nigga, period, let alone a gang member. Then Nelly, same thing. All them niggas from the St. Lunatics sound like suckers. And while Nelly got his money and he was a cool nigga, aka a pretty boy light-skinned nigga, he never gave off the vibes of being affiliated. And I know gang members, that's official tissue. Yeah, I'm not buying that shit. And once again, he ain't from LA, so nobody took his banging serious, even if he was. Terrence Howard, I'm not even gonna say, man, why I don't believe that shit, man. Terrence Howard has been an actor for the last 30 years. Maybe he did move from Columbus, Ohio to LA and lived in a gang neighborhood, but he did something with his life. And I never hear him talking about being gang related in the least bit. So this is urban legend. Brandy and Ray J. Brandy is not official. She's not a gang banger. And neither is Ray J. Now he may be a booty bandit or a booty warrior. He might sick the booty warriors on you like he told Fabulous, but him being official, I never believe that. Once again, he don't give off the vibes. And since 1995, he's always been Brandy's little brother. And then we got Nick Cannon. Now Nick Cannon claims that he was a blood from the Lincoln, I want to say he said Lincoln Heights Bloods in San Diego. I never known any niggas from the Dago that bang. And I know niggas from LA that bang, that moved up to Seattle back in the 90s when I grew up there. I never heard nothing about the Dago. I will say Nick Cannon has been in Hollywood since he was like 16, 17 with Drumline. Or even Nickelodeon. What the fuck are we talking about here? Just because your dad was official don't make you nothing. If anything, it make you a sucker. In any event, if y'all think I'm wrong, I'm a little older, so I don't really like to promote gangbanging. I think I've done a few videos why gangbanging is corny, even though I know niggas that was official gang members, whether Crips, Bloods, GDs, or Vice Lords. I never liked the Vice Lords. Niggas was suckers, including Freddie Gibbs. But yeah, you got to do something. It's 2025. Why are we even talking about gangs? Like this whole paradigm of thinking about gang banging like it's some cool shit. This ain't 1997. It ain't 2007. Hell, it ain't even 2017. Get a life. And this little weird dude talking about who's. First of all, if this was actually true, you're snitching. Find something to do. While he done put on his video for educational purposes. No, you trying to get your clout up and your viewership by I guess tattoo on your face, your bandana, and talking about who's affiliated. You not. You a sucker that probably live with your girlfriend. Get some business about yourself, weirdo. You don't even look black. That's another thing that's irritating. People that's non-black talk about gang banging. What the fuck do you know? I think I've said this in a previous video. There's no such thing as a white blood. I don't respect Milky 74's banging as a 7-4 Crip. He's a white boy. He's unofficial in my book. I don't care if he saw me. I said to his face. And this little dude that which looks Mexican. What you know about street business? Even if that was true, mind your business. In any event, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.